Yo, what's up everyone, and welcome back to Math Motion channel. Today we actually have, today we're gonna have a recap day of me trading on when I was making the video how to start trading. And the recap is gonna be for yesterday's trade that I made on Monday. Sadly, I didn't make a record of that because I thought I had a good entry, but yeah, so you will be all seeing that stuff in the recap. I'll be showing 2 trades today, and also I'm gonna be doing a live day trade on New York session opens. So stick up to it and keep it watching. And yeah, let's get into the trade because why waste time? So give me a second. Sorry, a little bit. I got a little bit sick again. It just never stops. But yeah. So today news in Forex Factory, we can see we have a clear day, a very good day to actually start trading or doing whatever you want. But yeah, let's get into the market. So open the trading view and we're going to the gold pair. Over here, we can actually see the market. Well, over here, you can see how much I made the profit. That was on, no, was it? I don't remember now, but no, this trade was actually, I released the video of today's trade on the Tuesday. So you'll be able to see this trade recap over here. But so this trade recap over here, as you can see, I made 300. And that is a 3% profit of my account. And I was actually pretty happy because everything went pretty good. So over here, you can see that, well, we didn't wait for this inverse fair value gap got filled on 5 minutes, but over here we saw that there was a break of structure happening here, a inverse fair value gap that got filled over here, and well, this meant on 1 minute I can. So sorry. On 1 minute, I marked my order block and breaker blocks, everything over here. We can see the market did step into these steps over here, and then another order block and breaker block got hit over here. We can see the entry starting going up. That's when I waited for that 5-minute break of structure, and then that's when I entered the market. And then it went up, and I set my stop loss just before this fair value gap, and I made profit. And it's good that I set up. Oh yeah, also, as you see this point over here, I made a partial sell and took $100 profit. So I left the leftover over there to go there, and I made not 300 but 270. Then that's one trade, and then we go to 5 minutes. Sorry. Keep dragging them out. Over here, we see I was making a trade. I saw in pretty much over here in 5 minutes and 1 hour, I saw that the London session high got filled on the New York session, and we saw the market going downtrend, shifted the trend, going downtrend. And here I thought that the market is going to keep going down. So using that, I marked my inverse fair value gap over here. That got filled, the breakout structure happened, so everything was going by the strategy. I checked the whole things of order blocks over here, so we can see some of it got filled over here, and because of that, I thought the market is going down, so I entered the market on here, and as we saw, the market just went down. Well, technically, as it went down and went up, I entered, and then it went up, went down. Here I thought it was going to keep going, and then it just went straight up. So I made a loss of, that one is not right, the amount, but I made a loss of 200. So lost 2%, sadly, but that's what happens. So not every trade, and that's the 2 trades recap. So I won one, I made 3% profit, and I lost one, made 50% loss. Everything went by the strategy, and we can see that if I wait a little bit longer, maybe I could have entered that. Maybe I didn't take account on this one, but I didn't think that was important because there isn't any liquidity sweeps over here happening, so I didn't take that into account. Maybe I should have went to 1 minute and maybe I found it. But yeah, retrace probably to that one. Then over that retracement went down. I could have made that profit over there. But I made a mistake of not marking that one, not taking a look, and only looking at this one. So that's that. And one win, one loss, and that's how it is. So okay, so now that we've done that, let's get into the trading. So let's check the again. So it opens in 7 minutes. That's what we're gonna be waiting for. So first of all, what we want to do is go to 1 hour or 4 hours, and then over there, starting that, you wanna start marking your Asian session opens, London session opens. Does London session open at 8? Yeah, it does open at 8. So New York session opens at 1. So we want to mark that as well. Now that we marked all of that, what we want to do next is marking all the highs and low and low, sorry. Just had an itchy throat. But yeah, so we want to mark all the highs and lows. Sorry. Marking that, we want to mark here again another low. So high, low, so high, low, high, higher high, lower low, and then we see over here on London session we fill the Asian session low, high, or Asian session highs. So we have a new high, and then we have a low over here. Then we have a high over here again. We can delete these highs because we can see that market filled those orders already. We can remove this because we can see it already filled this low, and the market using that one shifted the trend to the upward, but didn't break our structure in 1 hour. So that's what we're going to be waiting for. We can see it's still a downtrend because the market haven't broke a structure. So yeah, broke structure here to the downside, so the market is still downside, and that's what we're going to be looking for. We can see the market is I hate it. But yeah, we can see the market is pretty much going down for now. We're going to be waiting for that 1 minute, well, 5 minutes until the New York session opens, but we can start looking into trades for now. And yeah, so in 5 minutes we can see that, what much can we see? I can't see anything much, but you can see that this responded from this fair value gap over here. What else? I just want to see all the inverse fair value up over here. We can see it still reacted off that. Over here we can see fill that, and a breakout structure can be happening over here. So we're going to be marking that breakout structure. On 5 minutes, that would, if it breaks structure, that would mean it could be going down the market. We're not going to rush into it. Thing is, on over here we have a, I want to, a breaker structure happened there, so that means we have a order block over here and a breaker block over here. Wait, My bad, my bad. The breaker block is always somewhere here. That's a breaker block or the block. That's pretty much it. So also we're gonna be marking this one over here. That's a order block, a break of structure happening actually over here. And then we're gonna mark from this to this. That is a breaker block. We have all that now. Now we're gonna be marking this. So we're gonna be waiting for that. What's gonna show us in this stage as the New York opens. You can see some good movements just before the New York session opens, so let's be waiting for that. So yeah, what is the market is gonna show us? That's what we're waiting for. Will it break structure in 1 hourly? If it does break structure in 1 hourly, that would just show us that continuation of the downtrend, and we see how that goes. Probably the set profit would be the best over here if you're setting the profit. So the over there, that's a lot, and that's what you're gonna be waiting for. I don't see any movements for now. The candle is gonna close in 1 minute, and that's when the New York session is gonna be open. Let's wait for that. Begins in 1 minute. Okay. So that's 5 minutes show us. Until we won't have a break of structure over here happening, I'm not gonna be starting an instant trade. And if you can see this inverse value got filled, but I'm waiting for this break of structure happening over here. And on 1 hour, I'm just waiting for this break of structure happening over here as well. That's gonna be one of my confidences that the market is gonna go down, because the higher time frame holds more power over the market. So 1 hour shows break of structure. That means the market could be going down, and we're gonna be we're probably gonna be going for that over here as a trade. And that's it. London session opens, and London session, I say. New York session opens. A breaker structure happening on 1 hourly, showing the market's going down. So we're gonna be waiting for this breaker structure over here happening very soon, and well, technically break structure over here happening a little bit further down now, because that's a new low. And yeah, after that, we're probably gonna be entering that trade over there, setting up for highs just a little bit above that. That could be a huge loss, but so we can see some retracements over there, a little bit in that break of structure. I mean, that in that breaker block and order block, but nothing too explicit. And yeah, let's see where the market is gonna go. Don't mind me. I'm just checking how many pips there are. Okay. So, Marco, what are you gonna show us? Are you gonna go there, retrace off that, and then go down? Or are you gonna go there, retrace off that, and go down? I'm gonna be waiting for that. I'm gonna stick to it and make sure the market is gonna go down. Oi. Oh, very sleepy. So we can see a huge candle going up. But what that huge candle is gonna do? Is it gonna break structure here? Or is it gonna they just want to retrace the that and then probably just go down? Just to fill those orders, retrace that to keep going down? Because it doesn't have enough maybe power behind that candle to go down, like power behind the market to go down. So they're just filling the orders over here and then, yeah, going down. We see. We see how the market is going to react to that. We're not going to rush into the trade. Doesn't really matter. You can see that we entered that order block, breaker block, both of them. It's already New York session. Either it could change the trend and go up, or it could just do nothing. It could be going for that, fill those orders and go down. I'll just be waiting here, playing patiently, and if I don't find a trade before 3, I'm gonna be not taking that trade. Yeah. We see how that's gonna be happening. So market, what are you gonna do? Show us something. There's no retracements over here, so there's a liquidity over here. They already broke again. We already have 3 conferences. Oh, 4 conferences. On 5 minutes, we have. Do we? Wait, where is it? Yeah, so we have a inverse value up over here, but actually, I'm more interested in this. Because that one is the same with the break of structure. So if does anything happen over here, I'm entering the trade over here. And from that, then I'm probably gonna be probably somewhere here. Yeah. There's a fair value gap up here, so we can also mark that. That is gonna be adding to your conferences. as well. Market could also be changing a trend, I see, on the New York session. You're gonna be waiting for that. It went down, broke structure down. Could be a shift of trend actually. It reacted off of that liquidity sweep, this liquidity sweep, and just went up. But I'm not gonna rush into decisions, as I can see there's a fair value gap over here, and then there's a break of structure happening over here. So if these do got filled, then that means a high chances of the market going up is there. You see how that will work. And that means this all is gonna be useless to us. I don't know. Let's wait 4 minutes until the market does show us something. So remove that. We don't need that. You can literally see this is the London session low, reacted off of that, and going up. So it hit the key level and goes up. No rush. Doesn't matter. We have to wait for that. We have to wait for that break of structure happening. If not, we're just gonna take a loss, a huge loss either way. And see, there was a few things happening over here. A technical break of structure happening, nowhere to be found. Yeah, but we're gonna be waiting for that. We have 2 minutes, so technically we can delete all these because where was the break of structure? That's what I'm like looking for. Break of structure not happening here, not happening here. Let me see how it goes. There's 1 minute until the candle closes. You can see there was a huge way down market that goes. So goes up, probably can go for those. We go for and I'm probably gonna be entering the market over there. Go to buy. Then we're gonna be setting our profit just over here. Just below that. That's that. And then stop loss is gonna be, we're gonna be only risking always 1%. It doesn't matter. That's that for the trade. Be done with the trade, and yeah, that is gonna be our trade. I'm just gonna be setting up a proper. I'm gonna do more fixes, but later on. And I just want to say thank you for watching and sticking up to the video. And I want to say sorry. I'm actually thinking of making live streams of me trading, so those live streams are probably gonna be always somewhere like 2 hours or something like that. So if you guys want to look at them, you're gonna be probably gonna be seeing them in the future. Can't make promises, but I will try my best. And yeah, just want to say thank you for watching again and sticking to the video. And I know it's probably boring me watching me making trades, but if you're watching me trade and doing trade recaps and doing live trades, it will also help you gain that market experience, and hopefully that helps you and leads you in better way of doing your and maximize, well, winning those trades and beating that market. So thank you for watching and peace out.